what's everybody so afraid of?
With what?
All these fans are so afraid of, like, moves. Like, oh, we can't come off Draymond Green. What?
I think it's half and half.
What happens if you come off? Let me ask you a question. Serious question. Say the Warriors just came off Draymond Green, and they said, Jonathan, it's your job. You don't get to keep it if you stink, but we're gonna make a commitment to you, Jonathan.
Wow.
Think the Warriors make the playoffs next year?
Hell yes.
I do too.
And I'm excited.
I do too.
Okay.
Spadoni, Evan.
Man, I can't wait to hear these two.
If Draymond Green just left, walked out the door, would the Warriors make the playoffs next year? All things being equal.
Yes.
Okay.
I think so too.
That's three of us. How about Evan?
They're a playing team.
That's not the playoffs. I hate that he stops there.
That means they could go to the NBA Finals too.
But remember, you and I fought because the people that walk around here and wear Steph Curry underwear, I use the deodorant, and just say he's the Messiah, don't dare shortchange him and say, and I know what Draymond Green does. I know what he brings to the table, but don't dare talk to me about basketball and say the chef couldn't cook if there was no Draymond Green. And to put the rat on the table early, sponsored by Atco Pest Control. Go to atcopestcontrol.com, Steiny, for all your pest control needs. I'm looking forward to life for Steph Curry without Draymond. How about that? Don't tell me he can't do what he does without Draymond.
Well, listen, I have always been a guy that says, hey, Draymond helps Steph Curry. You know, careful if Draymond Green's not. He's a great facilitator
and I know
for Steph
that.
Curry.
Okay, I will never not say that.
If I've always said, hey, you lose Draymond Green, you're not going to be as good. Well, you're not going to be as good from a championship team. Well, that's a problem. Well, I don't think the Warriors are a championship team anymore.
Well, that's how you feel.
That's right.
All right.
That's how I feel.
Okay.
I watched them play the whole year. They won 44 games. They almost lost in the first round. I don't think this team is currently a championship group, and I see the writing on the walls. It being very, very, very hard to snap the finger and be right back among the top 2 or 3 teams next year.
So you're not writing that check for Dre? If you're Steiny Laker.
No, I'm not.
And
ideally, Dre, any chance you can come back for 1 year?
Okay, this is how.
Yes or no, and we'll live with it. We get it. Hey, Draymond, if you need to go somewhere else to make more money or to get that extra year or two, good luck to you. You've been a great career. At the end of your career, we'll get you back. We'll retire your number, and everything will be fine.
Okay. And when I left you yesterday, you said something to me, and I'll tell you how I do it. You said, Goo, how could the Warriors can't get better? Yes, they can. Let me tell you 2 guys who could get better if Dre was not on the team and they didn't have to be around him every day. That's Jordan Poole. We'll talk to you on changeover. Oh. That's Jordan Poole, and then that's Jonathan Kuminga. Steiny, I know you always talk to me about, we were at the cafeteria with show topics, ideas, you, Evan, and myself.
Yep.
And you always talk about great coaches. I need, before we get out of here today at 2, to tell me what are the ingredients? What makes a great coach? Is it the players? Is it can the coach make something out of nothing? We'll get into that. But you got your first piece of business to me, Joe Lacob, is get Jordan Poole back to where you wrote that check and gave him that chicken because of the Instagram video that I sent to you and everybody I work with here of Jordan Poole getting busy and cooking guys left and right. It was incredible. You need to get that Jordan Poole back. How do you do that? You get rid of his kryptonite. That's Draymond Green. And then Jonathan Kuminga. You call him in, you close the door, you say, kid, you got all the talent in the world, more than Draymond Green. This is your show. We know there's going to be turbulence, but the chef, Steve Kerr, Kenny Atkinson, Clay, we're all invested in you. And Steiny, right there, I think that's 8 to 10 wins. That's how you get better. And obviously, there's got to be some other things done behind the scenes, but it can be done. There is life without Draymond Green. And for the stands that are telling me, what am I smoking? Did the Warriors win a chip with Dre this season? After he played, and I got to give him his props, 70 games. Answer is no. Could he check AD? Could he guard Lonnie Walker the fourth when he was on one? I'll wait.
All right. Now, this isn't about the conversation of what you do with Draymond. We've talked a lot about that. But what I've gotten, what I've been thinking about a lot is, well, obviously the mistake, or obviously people are really afraid of what? Making a mistake? What would the mistake be if you let Draymond Green go?
You have no replacement, and the championship.
You're going to give it to Kuminga. You're going to
give it to Kuminga.
Yes.
And see what you got.
That's right. But what's the worst thing that could happen?
What Evan said. You're a playing team.
Okay.
Well, he said Steph Curry's window is ticking. Steiny.
My point is this: is that what are the what are the worst moves that a Bay Area team's ever made? I mean, a move that has.
Can I give you one? I'm being real.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hold on.
Yeah,
but like, I'm sorry, but if Draymond Green signs with another team, okay, you're a 44-win team. He leaves. You know what? You may be a 44-win team without him. So now,
okay,
how much does that really hurt you? Well, it helps you financially. My point is, how big of a mistake could it be? Start to think about other mistakes. Like,
oh my gosh, I got one too.
What?
The Oakland A's, when they were damn near a dynasty, they were on their way to win a World Series with Cespedes, and they traded him for a pitcher, a guy that took the bump every fifth day. So I thought that was a bad – it was almost your heart and soul ripped out, and they haven't been the same since. That was a bad move to me, Steiny.
It was a bad move, but I'm talking about it feels like –
the Niners letting Charles Haley go to Dallas, and the Cowboys
wasn't Charles Haley. He had issues here by that point.
So that don't count. Yeah, well, he did.
What I'm getting at is it's never as bad as you think it's going to be.
But you said to me, what do you owe Steph Curry? If you call Steph in there and you just casually tell Steph what you just said to me about, hey, Steph, and I'm Joe or Dunleavy or whoever takes the job, and I do wonder why it's taking so long. We'll get to that. Steiny, hey, you know what, Steph? I know you got about a good 3 or 4 left.
Yeah.
We may be a play-in team this year. He would go berserk.
Shouldn't be.
Oh, well, you didn't put that on. Okay.
What,
you said what's the worst that happen? No, you said what's the worst that can happen, and I told you, and you were like, you just shunned it like it's no big deal. It is a big deal. Like, you got to appease the chef, man, because you don't want them problems, Steiny.
Why does everybody think that the Warriors, if you think Steph can play for 3 more years, why is next year the be-all and end-all? If you think he's under contract for 3 more years, everybody talks about how great he's been aging, and I'm with them. Again, it feels like what you're saying is if we don't win it next year, then
you're 2 years removed. You just keep kicking the can down the road.
They were 2 years removed, and they won it.
Well,
in 19.
My rebuttal to that is, what gives you the confidence that the year after will be any better?
Because they'll have more flexibility. Because then Clay will become a free agent, and you can do something with him or not with him, and then maybe that's when you make the trade. What I'm saying is, what if I give you if the Warriors get rid of Draymond Green, or not get rid of him?
Okay.
If Draymond Green walks. What if I told you, yeah, we're going to get a little worse next year, but the year after that, we're going to be better than this year?
I'm biting my. You know what? I don't want that.
We're going to take a step back.
That.
We're going to take a step back without Draymond next year.
Yeah.
But then the year after, when Clay comes off and Draymond's gone, and now maybe we can move Poole for Sana and Like, I just don't understand why.
A lot of Warrior fans, Philip Chavez and YouTube, the Warrior fans, and they ain't feeling that. You know, take a step back, and then it'd be greater the year after, though. But how would Steph feel about that?
He might like it.